And you are now tuned in to the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar before the cut and the bucks before the buck. And we in here with my main man, 24 Elite. Yeah. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
How y'all doing? I'm Coach Willis, 24 Elite.
Okay.
I'm a personal trainer. I'm a coach. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a leader, innovator.
Okay.
I've been a trainer since 2014, and I really just kicked off more of training women, but now I'm back training football players, basketball players, anybody who needs any type of training. I'm here.
A whole list of them. Tell them 24 Elite, and we get into it. Yeah. So you want to tell the people like a brief history about you?
Well, I went to high school at South Berkeley.
Okay.
I'm a Bulldog, graduated 2009.
Okay.
Was a 2008 track state champion. First team all conference.
Yeah, I was just
all-stater. I still got 2 records.
Okay, what records are those?
Football records. I have the interception record, career record, and I have most career touchdown interceptions.
Okay, and what's that number? What's that number looking like?
I had 22 interceptions.
22 interceptions. Okay, 22. And then what else?
What else? I think 7 touchdown run backs.
Seven run backs. Okay. Yeah. 7 pick sixes. Okay.
I now coach at McClure High School, and I still coach baseball. I'm actually head coach of baseball at STEAM Academy.
Okay. So just with all that, you feel me, just building the resume and stuff like that. How was your journey along the way?
Truthfully, I didn't think I would be a coach when I graduated college. I wanted to be I wanted to work cyber crimes as an officer, but my journey pushed me into teaching and then being a coach.
Oh, you just coming out of college, you just went into teaching and coaching.
Definitely. My high school coach reached out to me like 2 months before my graduation and was like, "Hey man, I need you to come home."
Okay.
And so it kind of just bounces. It worked its way out that way.
I'm
going into my 10th year next year.
Yeah, 10 years in the game. 10 years in the game.
Hey, man.
Hey, that's double digits.
Double digits, man. I've been on it.
That's crazy. So 10 years in the game, you feel me? What's some of the craziest, what's some of the craziest things you seen,
As far as coach being a coach?
Yeah, just everything.
Honestly, I didn't know much about the politics in coaching until I became a coach.
Hold on. And you are now tuned in to the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar before the cut and the bucks before the buck. And we in here with 24 Elite. Hold on. You finna get into the politics of coaching. We listening now. We tuned in. So go ahead.
So you don't know how serious it is as far as being on your best behavior, minding what you say. You don't realize how much that has an effect on how people perceive you. Because when I was in high school, we were a real group, so we didn't get to do 7-on-7s and go on 11-on-11s at other schools because they already had an image of us that we're gonna misbehave or cause ruckus. But since I've been the coach under Coach Brown, we've been invited everywhere. And it's funny how the tables turn when people start looking at you differently. They don't expect the bad behavior from you. And we are looked way differently than we were in the past.
No, yeah, with that, you feel me, just behave differently. What's some Rutgers, have you ever been to an event and you've seen some Rutgers breakout or something like that?
I have seen some things, but I'm not at liberty to discuss them.
Okay, you
from other high schools.
Okay,
but I can't get into it.
Yeah, you don't have to say the schools' names, but
I've definitely seen some Rutgers at some 7-on-7s, but from some schools who get a nod they shouldn't get, but definitely seen some Rutgers from some schools that shouldn't be doing that.
So Rutgers. Oh my gosh, how was that though? What was that like? When
it was some big brawls. I've seen fights happen over a tackle.
Okay.
And it turned to a full team brawl. So yeah, I definitely I won't say no school names though.
No, only you have to say no school names, but just you feel me, just seeing that, or just from schools, you feel me?
It definitely is crazy because when you hear school McClure, you hear Berkeley, you think they're gonna fight. They're gonna be the one that cause problems, but in turn, it's the schools that you would never think would do it that do it.
So in a sense of way, would you say they just being at a public school, you feel me, in the county, would you say it's blackballing in a way,
Nah, I do feel like we used to get blackballed. I don't feel like we get blackballed anymore. I feel like the doors have been kicked open and the things that the McClure South Berkeley staff did and implemented at McClure definitely are getting doors open for both schools, Coach Brown definitely did a lot of the groundwork for us to be able to go to these places, and he definitely carries himself like a strong leader. So it definitely, it shows.
No, definitely Coach Brown. Yeah, no, I had I ain't gonna fake. I had 2 other former players under Coach Brown on the show, and they was just telling me little lessons that they learned from him. So, hey, stay tuned. This is the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the buzzer for the butt. And we finna get into real topics. So yeah, I had 2 former players that was actually under Coach Brown, and they was just saying like, you feel me, what they learned under. And I was just like, what's like one most important thing that you learned, like just under, you feel me, being under the program with Berkeley or McClure, you know, just, you know, as a coach or player, what's like one of the most important things you learned, you know?
As a coach, I I've learned I learned that what you do off the field is just as important what you do on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to think, okay, you know, whatever I do on the field, I got to be this and be that. But I didn't realize how important it was for you to carry yourself that way, away from the field, because you never know who's watching. You never know what room you're in. You never know who may know somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to watch how you move and the way you move, you know, because there was certain places I was going and where it was like, oh, I want to be seen here, but
no, for real.
You got to definitely mind your surroundings and make sure you're moving the correct way.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that learning, you know, the sacrifice. Coaching comes with a great deal of sacrifice, and and a lot of people aren't willing to do that, and it shows. That's why a lot of teams that struggle, coaches ain't putting no sacrifices in for them kids.
No, for real, that's real though.
It's a lot you got to sacrifice, and the years we were very successful, it was time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, time away from your family, time away from other things you could be doing at a young age. I was in my 20s. I was 23 when I started coaching, so I mean, I sacrificed a lot of things in my 20s that I wanted to do. So I live and you learn.
So yeah, so since we on the coaching subject, you feel me, and we talk about time and stuff like that, we got to get into the gritty. We want to know. Hey, the people want to know. Last year,
go ahead.
Hey, I don't know. It was kind of a tough year. How we looking this year?
We looking good this year. Truthfully, the year was rough. I don't make any excuses. We were a young group, but outside of the young group, we took on the toughest schedule. It's probably last year's schedule and this year's schedule was probably the toughest schedules we've ever had in our career.
Okay.
Playing teams like, you know, Kirkwood, Rockwood Summit, Parkway West, Parkway South, Parkway North. We got a tougher schedule, so it ain't like we playing smaller schools like we typically were. So I mean, you got to come with it.
Yeah, but like people would say, like the smaller school, you feel me?
Cardinal Ritter.
Like let's say we was a smaller school, you feel me? And we was playing smaller schools, so it's even. Like right now, we say you guys at a bigger school, you feel me? Playing bigger schools, so like the playing field is still even. So like, how would you say, like, you feel me, like the team atmosphere was? You feel me? The team culture.
So you would say a lot of people say bigger schools, like we're still a small school. Not we're a big small school. Don't get it twisted. We're still playing schools who have way bigger capacity. We played Hazelwood Central, they're 6A school. We played Hazelwood West, they're 6A school. We played Kirkwood, 6A school. We played Rockwood Summit. We're still playing bigger schools. Don't get it twisted. We're not playing schools at that level where it's like, okay, they're 4A school, 5A school. We're still playing 6A schools. So I would say we're still playing a tougher schedule.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, you know, the schedule is always gonna be tough regardless, because like it's really, you feel me, for anybody that won, you feel me, it's really hard to even go out there, you feel me, and win a game. You feel me, it's a lot of work.
But it's growth. We learning how to do, like, you understanding like the difference between I would say a 1 to 3A school and a 4 to 6A school is the line. So you got to have a big line to compete with these guys. I feel like the skill level wise, skill positions is pretty even.
Okay.
When you get to them 6A schools, 5A schools, you got to have a big line. You got to have a line that's ready to go.
Okay.
And we definitely learned that this first year.
Okay. Out there. First year. Okay. So I'm gonna say, so like, what was like one of your, you feel me? So like, let me say, out of all your teams that you had coached and all that, you feel me? What was one of the most experienced, you know, teams that you had? You feel me? That you was like, oh, I'm just not gonna forget this group, and I can't forget this group.
2017 group.
2017. Okay. 2017. Where was you at in 2017?
Berkeley.
Okay, so we was at Berkeley 2017. Okay. What made them so memorable? That's what I want to know.
That group was landing on the line every game. And I feel like they broke the mold on how people viewed us. We made it all the way to the semis. I think that's the furthest under Coach Brown's reign I think we've ever made it. So I mean, it was big, and to be a part of it meant a lot. Went to a tough atmosphere and definitely woke some people up about who we are.
Nah, for real. No. Stay tuned. We in there. Okay. No, we back to that 2017 year. And you said they broke the mold, though. You feel me? just like you saying, broke the mold. Like what was that year like? You feel me? Just like you feel me? Can you walk me through?
I mean, it was a rough year. It came with its bit of adversity. And people would think we were undefeated during the year into that game, truthfully. But that bit of adversity came with the stuff off the field. You had a lot of kids dealing with personal things at home, and the stuff you don't see on the day-to-day. You'll think the kid's perfectly fine, not realizing some of these kids are going without. And so just seeing how these kids are able to deal with their daily lives and the things they have to go without and still come there to play football, it spoke volumes about their character, and it also made me be more grateful of my situations and the things I have to do for my children.
No, that's real. That
definitely made me a better father.
It made you a better father?
Definitely seeing how some of these kids get treated.
I mean, that's real, man. Yeah, you're not lying though. It's definitely. And then what I say, just like with that, you feel me? Just from transitioning, you feel me, from different schools, you feel me? Because like you feel me, the demographics of the kids don't change, you know.
Yeah, demographics don't change.
So I'm like, would you say you guys still see that? You feel me? Just like
I feel like first going to McClure, it was the mentality that we had to change a little bit. When you go from not getting that love you deserve to getting that love from people who you know genuinely care. And I feel like it was some coaches, previous McClure coaches, that really cared, that just didn't have the resources. But when you feel that from your coaches, it hit a little different.
Yeah, no, for real.
You know, because anybody that played for us at Berkeley know we'd get a shirt off our back and felt that genuine love, and felt like we were a family.
Nah, that's
and
real.
So, yeah, we're definitely building that over at McClure now.
Oh, me. So, hey, stay tuned.
More resources. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just telling them, stay tuned. Oh, me. When the first game, when should we come check y'all out, man?
We have a jamboree next Friday at Fort Zumwalt North.
All right, next Friday, Fort Zumwalt North. We popping out. You did? What time?
Come pop out at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? That's time. Damn, that's early. 4 o'clock.
Games get in.
Yeah, 4
Making it early. There's gonna be a lot of teams there. There's gonna be a lot of people recruiting, watching.
Oh, no, that's good. So, how many teams supposed to be there?
4.
4 teams. Okay, so you guys, Fort Zumwalt North, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure those 2 teams.
The other 2 teams.
I'm gonna guess wrong.
Yeah, but we gonna see.
We definitely start the year off with Cardinal Ritter, though. So.
Definitely, Cardinal Ritter. When is that game?
Give me a second.
Oh no, you good. And you are now tuned into the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar before the cut and the bucks before the buck. And we in here with 24 Elite. Yeah. And he just gave us his own personal experience as a coach. So let's see. You feel me? We enough for the coach talk. You feel me? How about the player? You know, just you coming as a player. You feel me? And getting into that. You know, getting into that mode. How was that like? You feel me?
Honestly, been a player.
Yeah, because you was one of Berkeley's like first classes. You feel me? I believe you was there. Huh?
That was successful. Yeah,
you was there when you guys went 2-7, like
correct.
2-7, 1-7,
1-8,
1-8. Oh, so you was there for them years. So actually, you was one of the first groups that actually, you feel me, got the taste of that transition. You know, correct. So how was that? Like, what was that experience like?
Honestly, the winning started off that 07-08 season. We took on Ladue. We was the first class to beat Ladue. We beat Ladue at Ladue. I mean, it was a great experience. I had interception, was run back on that, and it felt good to contribute to that. I also was one of the first groups to beat Lutheran North. And so that felt good. I had, I think, 2 touchdowns that game too.
Oh man, yeah.
We always came close. Like that one year, I had a touchdown and an interception return. Versus then we didn't win, but I made sure we put the emphasis on my senior year.
Definitely, he was in the game. Oh, in the game, definitely. Yeah. So just like, you feel me, like about them losing days, you feel me?
I mean, I learned a lot from losing days. I learned that I don't like that feeling.
Nah, definitely.
But it also brought us closer. The people that needed to be there are there, and that's the same thing I felt about this McClure group that went through that rough patch last year. The people that need to be there are there. The kids who get it are around us, and I feel like this is truthfully, this is the first camp we ever had at either school where there was no issues. Period, across the board.
Like no issues with
no issues, like no fighting, no arguing, nothing. We had 0 issues or something.
Yeah, but it get like that though. It get like that.
No, definitely. I get battling, but I'm talking about actual like altercations.
Oh yeah, just you talking about like I feel. You know what I mean? No, definitely. Yeah, they get it though. The team chemistry.
Everybody buying in, so it definitely makes sense.
No, that's definitely dope. That's definitely dope. So, would you say, you feel me, that first year, you feel me, when you was at Berkeley, y'all went 1-7, 2-8. Was it a lot of team fights then? Was it a lot of fights?
For sure. It was definitely a lot of issues going on. And you got to put in the fact that, Coach was young. He was 3, taking a head coaching role as a football coach with low numbers. I mean, when they first started off in this thing, truthfully, they probably had enough to field the team.
Yeah, just
you know, and it was rough. And the hand he was dealt, I couldn't imagine any other 23-year-old trying to build a team with that.
Nah, definitely.
But so you had to go through some things. You had to get some people out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, even the group that lost, they were talented. It wasn't lack of talent on those 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it twisted. They were a talented group. It's just you got to get people to buy into what the coach is selling.
Okay. So then, you feel me? You fast forwarded after them 2 years, you feel me? And then you say 2007, 2008, that's when y'all caught on the win.
That's when we caught on and start killing it. But honestly, to be fair, that first 2 group, our group was the line. And we were freshmen. So imagine a junior quarterback with freshman line. It's rough. I mean, you running for your life every play.
Nah, for real. Throw it a towel.
Can't give a guy a freshman line.
I definitely agree with that. I understand that though. Nah, for real. So you say that senior, you feel me? And just like, you feel me, going into your junior, senior, you feel me? You guys winning, you feel me? So you come from the losing atmosphere and you just start winning. You feel me? How does that feel? You feel me? Just to see it turn around like that. And then you also mentioned in track, you feel me, winning state. So like, just how was that?
Funny story about
year?
that.
Go ahead.
I originally was a baseball guy, and I'm always gonna be a baseball guy.
Okay.
But my brother would let go off the team because of an issue. Guy kept hitting me with the ball, so we got let go because I reacted. And so we went over to go run track. Track coach had saw me race one of their fastest guys, and I beat him just on some random humbug stuff. And he was like, "Man, you need to run track." So I came out, ran track, ended up being the fastest guy on the team. And then that very next year we won state.
Okay.
So I mean, then I went back and played baseball again. So I was only out of baseball 1 year. Came back, played baseball, got first team all conference. Also was named the most dependable runner on the track team. Then senior year, also got first team again.
You got that up.
First team.
That's a lot of accolades. It's taking me out my body. We are now tuned into the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the bus for the ball. And we in here with 24 Elite. Yeah. Let me get it. It's a lot of. Hey, that's a lot of accomplishments, man.
Nah,
you gotta clap that up.
No, definitely. I come. My whole family is talented.
No, for real.
Even my little sister played linebacker in JFL. So.
Oh yeah, for real. That's crazy. Little sister playing football. That's crazy.
Definitely.
That's crazy. No,
but it's definitely been an honor. No, you good. It's definitely been an honor to be able to coach. Everything I did as a player. And what people get confused with is that they think just because they were an incredible athlete that they're a good coach.
No,
I had to learn that myself, that I had to become a better coach and understand that I'm not the best coach or wasn't the best coach. I put the work in to be one of the best coaches. You know, and it took a lot of grinding and me learning from other people, learning from my peers, learning from the right people.
Okay. So with you being, I say, you feel me, an exceptional athlete, you feel me, and just, you feel me, growing in that market, you feel me, and then you following the coaching, like, what's one of the most memorable coaches you feel me? You remember? Go shout them out right now. Shout them out.
All right, I got to do a jump.
Go ahead. Now you can just name.
I would say Coach Corey Smith.
Coach Corey Smith. Okay.
Coach Ware. Coach Ware. I mean, rest in peace. And when I tell you that man was the most inspirational, I mean, because when we were, a lot of us kids young and need a little money in our pocket, we would do competitions and work, and that man gave us competitions to earn money, and he put money in our pocket on weekends. The man took care. I mean, he told us what respect was. He was a true leader, man. He commanded the room, and you better give him respect. He was gonna get it out of you.
No, for real, that's real.
I mean, of course, Coach Brown, man. To see what he did at such a young age, and to see where he's at now, speaks volumes about who his character is. People don't last long in this game if you ain't doing it right.
No, that's real though. That's real.
Coach Griff was important. Coach Dabney was highly important. Coach Manning was highly important. Coach Jackson, one of my track coaches. Big name for me. Coach Marshall. He did a lot of my film and a lot of showing me what it is to be a father. Definitely Coach Marshall, man. He definitely showed us. He's the reason why I have cut back a lot back on coaching and more like into my children because I saw what he did, So yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's real.
I want to shout out them coaches.
No, shout them out, man.
Coach Davis, my JV basketball coach. I never made varsity. Coach Davis.
You shout out the JV basketball coach. Okay.
Volumes. Because he was a true man.
Oh, me, you shout him out. So like, what is he like? What made him so? You feel me? Like you feel me? Like you just had to shout him out. Like you remember him to this day, and that's
he was honestly how he moved, man, and how he spoke. He didn't speak like a JV coach. He spoke like a varsity coach. Mm-hmm. He spoke like a man who been through life and knew the tools to give us young individuals.
Okay.
Like I didn't feel like he ever spoke down to us. He always spoke to us like man, and I appreciated that.
Okay. Well, I want to say, so it sounds like these coaches, like all these coaches, was important because they showed you how to be a man, basically. Like you feel me? That's basically where you going with this. That's good. So like, so you basically telling me these coaches taught you like life skills though? That's really important though.
I mean, truthfully, it wasn't nothing I wasn't already taught. You know, I had my father was my coach up until high school, so I had already had a strong male figure in my life. I wasn't like a lot of children who don't have their father in their life, and have their father in their life, and didn't know the intangibles of what it takes to be a good person. Period. You know, I always knew the no sir, yes sir, and I already had that tough love. So coaches yelling never bothered me. Like I said, I heard it worse from my dad, so I never was one of those kids where yelling got to me. It didn't move me. It didn't need me extra motivation.
No, for real, that's dope though, man. That's dope. That's dope though. You feel me? That you said you ain't need the extra motivation, but just you feel me, the fact that you could even you feel me, already having a father figure and just knowing them, you feel me, seeing them and just seeing good role models in your life, you know, that just you feel me encourage you to be better, you feel me, and be great, you know, to be better at life, you know.
Add it to it.
That's real spill too though. That's real. And you are now tuned into the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the buzzer for the bus. Yeah. And we in here with my boy 24 Elite. Yeah. Are y'all tuned in or are y'all tuned in? You did? Yeah, we in here, man. Nah, that's dope, man. So just get into that, you feel me? So let's say, you know, leaving high school, you feel me, on a high. Let's say you pretty much, you feel me, you had a successful high school career as an athlete, you feel me? So like, what was after that? You know, let's walk down the line. What was after that?
Let's get to the sticky stuff. Huh?
Let's get to the snacks, man. Come on, let's
so my senior year,
because you feel me, you went from a athlete to a coach, you know. So obviously, we want to know, you feel me, the whole transition. You feel me? You was high in high school. You feel me? You just had you feel me? You had a great experience. So like, what was that like? You know?
Truthfully, I had my first child a month after I graduated high school.
Oh, a month at the high school.
Ooh,
what was that? Homecoming. That's a homecoming night for all my young fellas out there.
Homecoming night. Yeah.
Hey,
young. Wrap it up.
That's a homecoming night. Okay.
Yeah. So he was born June 25th. Now my son's going to high school himself.
Okay.
So that's definitely a transition.
On me, how that's like? You feel me? You feel me?
People, boy, that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
people don't realize how tough it is to be a father, and you would think you're doing everything right, but you're still learning the process. And with me being a young father, it was things I still had to learn and still am learning, you know, because you never truly get it 100% correct.
No, that's real.
So it's me still learning how to be a great father to my son, and the sacrifices that came. Like I never had a spring break. I never went on spring break trips. So you know, we actually just went on our first trip together out of the country. And I wanted him to have that because I never had that out of the country trip.
Go tune in.
So yeah, definitely tune in. We got a lot of pictures.
Go tune in to that. Go tune into that Orlando edition or All Aboard. All Aboard Part 1 is just out right now. You dig? And you are tuned into the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the bus for the butt. And I'm in here with 24 Elite. Yeah. You dig? But no, you were saying how, you know, your son, you feel me, basically just being a young father, and, you know, you thought you was doing everything right, you know, and just transitioning that. So just leaving from, you feel me, high school and the college, just like, I know that transition was even more crazy. Like,
it was tough.
So that sounded like a summer break on me. Summer break. That's it.
I had to work a full-time job. I had football stuff in the mornings. I had meetings. I had classes. I mean, I was on the 24-hour loop. And still coming home, I had to be a dad and go to work. Like, it was just a rough time for me. And my parents made sure I had to figure it out.
No, really.
You know, they were there, but I had to really figure it out because apparently 5 hours away and what much they could do for me.
No, real
but no, it was definitely an adjustment. You know, I'm used to being a spoiled kid, so it was like I had to take everything I was used to and put it into my child.
So I ain't gonna lie. So you leaving, you feel me? Let's say you leaving, you feel me, high school. I mean, you know, like you said, you at college, you feel me, newborn father, you know, and like you said, you playing football, you feel me, and like you feel me, on scholarship, obviously, of course, right. You feel me, with the interception record and stuff like that. So how would you say your coaches looked at you? You feel me? Just you being a father.
Truthfully, my coaches were disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were like, man, you got this and that, and I had to change a lot up.
Which coaches was that?
Ooh, I don't put no names out there.
Like I'm saying, like was it like your high school or like was it
high school coaches?
Oh, I was talking like
my college coaches were cool. They actually took really good care of me.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I had a nice apartment. I had 3-bedroom, 2 full-bath apartment. I had they took care of me.
Mm-hmm.
Back
to them days. Back in them days. Now it's meal money though. Now it's meal money.
Meal money. Just I was taken care of.
Now it's meal money, definitely.
I was definitely taken care of. They definitely embraced the fact that I had a newborn.
No, definitely. That's definitely dope though. You feel me?
For sure.
So you say with that on me, but like you still with that, you feel me, being a father, you have to learn plays and stuff like that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Was that how was that? Just that journey.
The journey with
like
that was
your first camp. How was that? Because right now it's actually camp season for a lot of my fellas right now. You feel me? So how was that camp season for you?
Time management. I had to learn be very good with my time management. I really didn't have time to party or hang out, so I had to be real strict on my schedules and make sure I had time to do what I needed to do, which was be around that 24 hours. Football, work,
Mm-hmm.
So it was rough. It was a rough first year.
It was a rough first year. Definitely. And I say, you feel me? You doing your journey and stuff like that. You feel me? Would you say that helped you become a better trainer though? With that time management piece,
definitely. The time management helped me become a better trainer. But truthfully, seeing the development of others is what made me a better trainer. Okay. People develop differently, and you have to. Each client is different. Each person's body is different. Mm-hmm. It's learning that everybody is the same. That we become a better trainer.
No, for real.
Figuring out that what might work for one person may not work for the next.
No,
you got to be flexible.
Yeah,
and that's a life period.
Got to know like how to talk to different people. You feel me? Just in cultures, because you feel me?
Different rooms.
Yeah, different rooms. Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's real. Different rooms. And you are now tuned into the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the bus for the butt. And we in here with 24 Elite, and he giving us an exclusive. You dig? Yeah, man. Just from training and stuff like that. And we was just talking about the college subject. You feel me? How that transferred over to you training and stuff. Mm-hmm. So what I want to say is, in college, what was one of your most memorable? You feel me? Like most memorable like things on or off the field, you feel me, that you could remember and you'd be like, oh, that was just a dope memory. And you feel me?
So on the field, I would say go against Fort Hays State.
Fort Hays State, okay. I heard that's a pretty big school out there. Like it's pretty decent.
I led the team in tackles that game.
Okay.
It was a crazy day because I had left my jersey back in. I didn't pack my jersy.
Okay.
I had up the jersey. I got my first start. It was just like a hot mess.
I know I had another big game. Corner. He's 96 at corner.
I played another big game for me was Washburn.
Okay.
I had a really good game versus Washburn.
Okay.
Forced from before. I had a big game versus them.
So Washburn, you say Washburn and Fort Hays State. No, that's
cool. Guarded one of the best guys. A guy named Joe Hastings went up going to the league playing for 49ers.
Oh, for real, Joe Hastings. So how was that? You feel me? You guarded somebody.
Honestly, he was great. He was a great decent player. Another hard guy was.
Go ahead, talk to that.
Joe Brown. John Brown was
John
different,
Brown. Hey,
that boy different.
You talking about the one for the corners? John Brown.
The boy was different.
The slot?
The boy was different.
Nah, for real. That's dope. So like, how was that? Like, you feel me just guarding them?
Truthfully, it made you realize that people on another level sometimes. Mm-hmm. When you go from being that guy, you realize, okay, them guys too.
No, for real.
You wake up fast when you get in college. That's the one thing about college that a lot of high school kids need to understand. Yeah, you might be the guy where you was at, but you're not just the guy. It's other guys.
No, real spill though.
That was a big awakening for a lot of people.
You said a big awakening for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, I was already woke.
Yeah, I'm already knowing though. Definitely, you feel me? I'm gonna say definitely you feel me, competing at a high level. I'm pretty sure that you seen a lot of, you feel me, guys just even coming through, you feel me, Missouri, St. Louis, you feel me, a lot of the top guys that, you feel me, that's supposed to go on somewhere, you feel me, you played against them too. So, so just going to college, I'm pretty sure you already had that, oh, okay, that's one of them, you feel me?
Correct. I already felt that way.
Real spill.
I guarded a lot of good guys. I played against a lot of good people, and people got their own stories about me, so.
Real spill. So the best athlete, what the best athlete you played against, where would you say they was from?
Trinity. I would have to give respect to Marquise Hill.
Ooh, Trinity. Ooh,
Marquise
shout out
Hill.
to Trinity if they weren't shut down. No, I was just like, they finna come at me, huh? Yeah, fucking, we throwing it at them.
Honestly,
Hey,
Marquise Hill was one of the best athletes in the St. Louis area period. The dude was killing it for his time period. I definitely got a great deal of respect for him.
Nah, real spill though. Shout out to him though. Real spill. That's dope. So he was giving you blues that day or something like. How was that?
No, it wasn't that. I never really been in a situation. He was a running back, so I never really had to guard him.
Okay, he was running.
He's a running back. So
okay.
He definitely got off where he got off and I got off. So
nah, real spill.
So we definitely have had our run-ins.
The running back. Oh, that's
no,
dope.
We definitely.
I already know it. So around that time, who was the?
I would say my sophomore year they got us, but my junior senior year they know it.
So he in the 2009 class with y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, that's real. So okay, now we finna get into some fun topics just with me. This is the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the butter for the butt. And I'm in here with 24 Elite, and I'm finna get messy. Let's get it. You did. So back in 09, man. Back in 09, we going back to 2009, 2008 football high school season. You feel me? Who was the best running back in the St. Louis Metro? You feel me? Like best running back.
Ronnie Wingo.
Ronnie Wingo, he was the best one. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what he was looking like? Slew. Okay.
He ended up eventually playing for the Steelers. So
okay.
Best running back.
That okay. Like what? Was he the best running back because he played for the Steelers?
No, he was that dog at Slew.
He was the dog at Slew. What he was having that year? What was he having that year?
He was putting up yards versus Big Slew.
He was putting up some yards. Like he was having on me. He had like a 2K season. I
think he. Oh, you know what? Let's not be too messy. We got to go back to the guy at Timberland, man.
Timberland? Ooh. The guy at Timberland. Okay.
I think, what's this guy's name?
I think I know who you talking about. I definitely seen him before.
He was that guy.
The guy from Timberland.
He ended up going to Wisconsin, I think.
Okay.
What's his name? Monty Ball.
Okay.
Monty Ball. Remember him in the league?
No, I definitely.
Monty Ball was I would say he was the best running back in the 09 class. Monty Ball then Ronnie Wingo, but Ronnie Wingo was right there too, so I don't want to discredit him. I'll say the best tight end athlete then was Sheldon Richardson.
Sheldon Richardson on me. We know who Sheldon Richardson is. Hey,
TJ Moe. We had some guys out there, man.
Oh, those some big. Hey, he dropping some big names, man.
That class was deep.
You played against some big guys.
The class was deep
on me. So I'm saying, like, you with the coaching, you feel me, going through the years. Have you seen anybody you feel me that you like? Oh, these guys remind me of them, or like these might even be better. You know.
They remind me of them.
That just now came out.
That I coached.
Yeah, that you coached against. You feel me? That's just coming out.
I see the big names. I mean, the guy I coached at corner probably faced the toughest load of wide receivers I've ever seen anybody face.
No, that's real.
Definitely tougher than I had to face. I mean, I got a great deal of respect. He had to guard Jameson. He had to guard.
And Jameson, who's that?
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, Detroit Lions. Hey, shout out to that boy on me.
Who's the other young guy? Luther Burden. He had to guard Luther Burden.
He at Mizzou right now.
He had to go guard Marvin.
Who?
He played Texas.
Nah, he Marcus, I believe. Marcus Williams.
Marcus Williams. Man, look.
Hey, those some names. Hey, shout out to all them boys though.
He had to guard some people, man. So I have a great deal of respect for him having to do that.
Okay, and you would you say them guys that you just named though? Them guys were like, you feel me? They might be just as good as them guys that you feel me?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Definitely for sure. I got a great deal of respect for them guys.
Okay, that's real. So I ain't gonna lie, with you being a coach and you more even, you feel me? I feel like you more mellow because you sometimes you get guys they be like, oh no, back in the day we would have worked them.
No,
like, now you feel me?
The game has changed. The game, these young guys are athletic.
You know what I mean?
That's real. The competition level has definitely risen. Mm-hmm. Now, it's some physical guys, but back in the day, a lot of stuff that we did legally you can't do no more.
No, real though.
So, it was some dirty hits back in the day. People was getting kill shotted. It wasn't a flag. Like, here, you got to put your hands up. You can't even.
No, definitely.
Boom back in the day. So.
Definitely. You not lying, though. I definitely see some people get
the football field made a lot of basketball players. I will say that.
No, definitely. You definitely can see the transition and stuff like that.
Cross-country guys made a lot of them.
You said you made a lot of
cross-country and basketball players.
Hey, that's hilarious. Hey, you are now tuned in to the Big Homiee Show, where we take the cheddar for the cut and the bucket for the butt. And I'm in here with 24 Elite. Yeah. So, it's a lot of stuff going on. You feel me? Like, is there anything you want us to stay tuned for? This is the Stay Tuned segment,
Definitely. Come check us out. This year, this is our schedule.
Okay. So, all right, we going back to the schedule. Make sure y'all come check them out for real. I'm definitely going to be at that first That first game versus Carter Ritter. I'm gonna be vlogging that game, so you feel me?
We want you there, man.
Real spill. I'm gonna be vlogging, man. I might be on the sideline with you.
Nah, for real, you definitely on the sideline.
Still.
We got
Go ahead, you can put it in that. Hold up, which one? Yeah. I was just trying to make sure that they see it. Yeah. Y'all see the schedule right there? Carter Ritter, Parkway Central, Parkway North, Parkway West, Hazelwood East, Rockwood Summit, Melville High, Kirkwood High, and what's that? McClure North. Okay. That schedule right there, hey, that look like a good schedule, man. That's like a good schedule to come see, man. You feel real schedule.
This Carter Ritter, man, they one of the number one teams in the state, man.
Oh, they one of the number one teams in the state. I didn't even know that.
Definitely.
So Carter Ritter, just them coming back from
winning state. They just
won state last year.
One state last year.
I mean, I thought their program was suspended. I didn't even know they came back like that.
New coach, new program.
So how long they been back?
Old coach, now coach is at East St. Louis, and they just won state too. So.
Yeah, I already know that. I wasn't gonna. You feel me? I wasn't gonna talk about the old. So
hey, it is what it is. Hey, it's the messy segment right now.
It is the messy segment, though. It is the messy segment, though. That's real. So I ain't gonna lie. Let's get messy. It is the messy segment. Who's the best coach? Who's the best coaching staff in the Metro? Like you feel me? Metro, you feel me?
I can't speak on anybody's staff. I feel like we have the best staff.
No, that's real though. No, that's real. And you feel like
I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like we are, but honestly, because I feel like a staff is not just based around where you at and what you. A lot of staffs get a lot more than other staffs get. Mm-hmm. You know, you kind of gotta work with what you have as far as like conditions and a lot of things you got to go without. I feel like we do very well with that.
Real spill. So like, just say y'all the best staff in the state, man. Hey, that's real. That's all you can say, and we gonna end on that note. For real. We gonna end on that note. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks 24 Elite for coming to the Big Homiee Show, and this is the Big Homiee Show where we take the cheddar for the cut and the bucks for the buck. And we out with 24 Elite. Y'all stay tuned, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming again.
No, thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. That was like